You know what I'm saying, featuring Will Smith, and I want to talk about this with Jalen because I feel like this movie's really freaking good. Let's do a quick little trailer. So first of all, if you guys don't know what Bright is, I described it almost like a Lord of the Rings type, like a modern day Lord of the Rings type situation where
it's Lord of the Rings in the modern day.
Lord of the Rings mixed in with Harry Potter modern day. I'd say that's fair to say. Where the world is filled with multiple species such as orcs. You got elves, you got humans, pixie fairies, and then like they had a minotaur in here. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. You know, he had the fucking horse with the human body. They had that, so it's kind of like one of those fairy tale or like old school type movies or stories or whatever. Orcs, which are these people that like have shit on their face, they get a bad rep. They're pretty much like black people, you know. This is how minorities. This is how
are the minorities.
This is how I envisioned this movie. I was like, I feel like they were trying to get a secret message across, but that's I'm going to that later. So the orcs, I think it was like 2,000 years ago, had a war with humanity or whatever, and they lost. And then ever since then, they've been oppressed and been shitted on their whole lives, or their whole existence so far. Elves are rich. You guys know the elves, niggas with the pointy ears. They're rich. They live in luxurious lives. And that's about it. Humans are just regular. They could be either rich or poor. It doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. So those are the three main races that you see throughout the whole movie, and that's expressed throughout the whole movie. That being said, that glowing thing that you guys just saw was a wand, and a wand has the ability to grant any power or grant any wish. You can go back in time, you can go forward in time, you can wish for $1 million, whatever. It's OP as fuck. It's a wand, but you can only use the wand if you're called this thing called a bright, which is people that are able to use the wand and hold it and control it.
That are human.
No, that are anyone. Yeah.
No, only humans can't hold the wand.
Oh no. Okay, so
everyone else, if you're an elf, you can hold the wand regardless. Only humans
can't. I didn't know that.
Yeah, everyone else, only elves can hold the wands, and everyone else has to be bright. Only humans can be brights. Orcs can't hold wands, like no one else can hold wands. Humans can be brights, and only elves can hold like wands.
Okay. So, that being said, that's what this whole movie's about. Is about these two cops, one orc, one human, obtain a wand, and they're trying to like not die while having the wand and trying to do like the right thing, pretty much. And they have this villain, Numi. I don't know how to say her name properly. It's like Numi Rapace or whatever. Fucking beautiful actress, I should say. She chased them, trying to kill him. You have the FBI, who's trying to like actually do the right thing, like help him out and stuff like that. So that's the gist of the story. Right? Yeah. Now let's get down to that our feelings in the story. So first off, the story overall, I loved it. I loved every single second of that movie. Every single second, I was just like, "This is a good ass movie." Mm-hmm. So when you came in and you told me people don't like it, I was like, "Really? Like, are you? This movie's good. I like it. It was entertaining. I love Will Smith. Some of his lines were cheesy, but at the same time, some of his lines were funny. He was supposed to be like that tough cop or whatever. But when he was like, "Fairy lives don't matter today," I was like, "Yeet." And this is why I was like, okay, I feel like they're taking more of like a Black Lives Matter route or whatever. Because the orcs, his friend Jacoby, which is an orc, first police orc ever, he gets a lot of shit. A lot of people always talk shit to him, make fun of him, and all this other stuff. And Ward, which is Will Smith, the main character, he has that bias to him. Like, you can tell he has that hint to him. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's like, but I'm a police. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're an orc or not. But, like...
Okay, so... How deep do you want to get into this movie?
We go fucking deep.
Alright, so let's start off with what you said, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Do I think there's a secret thing? No. I think what it is that's obviously going to happen in modern day. When you have, for example, let's apply it to today. We have Germany being the Nazis, right?
Yeah.
And so if you are a Nazi, you're just the scum of the earth. You're a piece of shit. And I think that can
But imagine if a Nazi was a race, though. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's
what
exactly what I'm saying. I think that's what it is. Like, they can't just kill themselves. They're a fucking race.
Yeah.
So their whole races look like you attacked us. Like,
yeah.
So that's where I think that lands.
Mm-hmm.
I went into this movie. I'm just gonna give a little timeline on the movie. I knew it was coming out like months before it actually dropped. I was waiting for it to drop. I was actually very anxious because I wanted a Will Smith movie.
I thought it was a TV show at first. I didn't know it was a movie.
I knew it was a movie instantaneously because they said it was, and the opening week or the week leading up, Jaden Smith had Instagrammed a picture of them watching it in theaters because it came out like for an exclusive showing for people. So the movie comes out, and I look at reviews first, and niggas are tearing it apart.
Yeah,
mind you, same director that directed a lot of other cop movies. Niggas are killing him for that. There's a lot of people who made Suicide Squad on this movie. People are killing him for that. Max Landis wrote the movie. People are killing nobody likes him.
Why? Like, what's the problem? Like, what?
Niggas just don't like the people who created the movie.
So it's like, oh, you made Suicide Squad. We didn't like that, so this movie's ass by association.
Pretty much.
What the fuck?
I was looking at a lot of...
How does that make sense?
I was looking at a lot of fucking reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Mind you, this is Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not like the cream of the crop. And the audience rating at the time, I don't know if it's changed, was 90%.
Mm-hmm. You check.
We can look at this, yeah. The audience rating was 90%. And the critic rating was 30 or lower. And I was looking at... I was like, why is it getting such a low... And this is when the movie like launched, like a day after the movie launched or whatever. I was like, why is it getting such low ratings? And so me and Amanda went to go eat. Yeah, see. So it went down a little bit, but yeah.
Tomato Monitor, or the fuck you, is 30%.
Tomato meter, that's 30%. Those are the...
So it's who didn't like it?
Yeah, those are people who didn't like it. Those are people who did.
Okay.
But like the people who did, that's the audience. And the other one's the critics.
Okay. So 30% of the critics didn't like it.
That's not how it works.
Criticized who gave this movie positive. So 30% gave this movie a positive review?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that means there's that many negative reviews.
And a percentage of users. So fuck the critics, man. I'm sorry.
So scroll down and read some of these because they're ridiculous. Well, they show you right here.
Bright is bloated, expensive mess, and Netflix movie with blockbuster aspirations and fiery-sized brains. Fiery? Okay. Finally, a high fantasy for a sunglass on back. What? The back of the headset? Are people upset because of like they just don't fuck with it? I'm assuming.
Read this one.
You can't spell law force without orc. That's hilarious.
like you can't spell David Ayers without another cop movie. Like that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You're not judging the actual movie. You're just like, oh, he made another cop movie. So since he made a cop movie, like, so let's say I put Jeremiah, your name on it. Mm-hmm. Then it's like what? Then it doesn't matter. Like,
I feel like, I mean, first of all, I don't know. I came into this movie with like not knowing anything. I thought it was a TV show, and it came to be a movie. I was like, well, fuck it, I'm watching a Will Smith movie that just came out. I'm fine with that. And I just loved every set. Like. Maybe because I went in there unbiased and untainted that it just... Well,
I went in, and that's another thing. I went in with a bias.
That girl's big right there.
I went in being like, okay, Amanda, we're gonna watch this Will Smith movie. Hopefully it's full of memes. Hopefully it's bad because a lot of people are tearing it apart. And at this time, we only had the critics score. Yeah. So I watch it. So I watch it with Amanda, and we enjoy the fuck out of this movie. She said, I want there to be a number 2.
I did too. I want there to be a number 2, exactly, too. And, that movie was great.
It already has, and she's not like, I guess she is kind of into high fantasy. She likes Harry Potter and shit like that, but like, in that fucking world, it's different, and it does exactly what I said I want to do with CS. It starts in the middle. Yeah. Like, there's already shit that's happened.
It does, but it doesn't, as in, like, you see, at the beginning, you see what happens.
No. I mean, there's in the world. It starts in the middle. Like, it's not
I see what you mean. Like, they have history.
You don't see the orcs, like, fucking kill shit. Yeah, they have history. Yeah. And so, I mean, you'll be happy to know that Bright 2 is actually already signed and worked on.
Let's go!
They already paid for it. Netflix had that much confidence in the movie.
Yeah, that movie was fucking amazing.
Netflix, before even watching the movie, David Ayers came up to him and said, "I want a cop movie with an orc." They're like, "Oh yeah, give me two."
Give me two. Will Smith killed it, and then Will Smith's partner killed it. I love Jacoby. He made like that. They made me feel for that character. Like I was like, why the fuck are they being an asshole to him? Like fuck these dudes. Like I was feeling that when every time Jacoby came on. Yeah. I was like, fuck them. I almost like fuck Will Smith.
Was like funny, and he was
funny. He's like an intentional like funny person, and it was just hilarious. I love Jacoby. He's one of the great characters on there. Yeah. And then him and Will Smith's like back and chemistry, beautiful. Love that. The movie was good. It was good. It was good. Very good movie. I recommend it. If you have Netflix, shit, it's free. Not really.
I mean, technically.
But yeah, that movie was just great. Everything about that movie was just perfect. I want to go back and I kind of want to like dissect the movie a bit. Just because like I try to go back and like figure out how they planted seeds in certain ways, like how they like when they talk about like Elftown, right? They talk about Elftown. They're like, wow. They're like, oh, I hate Elftown. Elftown's are assholes. There's nothing but a bunch like rich elf snobs or whatever. Mm-hmm. But cementing the fact that elves are rich, elves are assholes. They're the rich people. We can relate to that. Mm-hmm. Then you have the orc, who's the chauffeur, and he has the big ass teeth. Like, oh, look what I got for being a chauffeur. It's like, oh, even the chauffeurs are assholes. Yeah. And then simulate to what was the part? It was when the FBI cop, the FBI elf, and then I don't know if that dude was a dwarf or just a human.
Yeah, he's a human.
Okay, so he was a human because they said they had dwarves there too, and I was like, oh, really? So it was the human and the elf the human and the elf FBI agents, and they went to the police station, and they saw Jacoby, and he was like, oh, look at that. You don't see that every day. A police officer orc is like seeing an elf with a mop bucket or something like that. Yeah. Just planting seeds like that to let the audience know that certain things.
That's like you trying to tell you when you write shit. It's like you need to plant seeds.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Because you plant that seed, and then in the back of the watcher's mind, going, okay, I took note of that, even though I wasn't paying attention, or even though I didn't really care. I took note of that. And then when you watch it a second time, you're like, oh, you mentioned that here for me to know it.
Yeah.
For me to do this. Yeah. For me to do that. Like the fact that they talk about 3 different wands in that movie, and you only see one of them.
Yeah.
That means the next movie could have all 3 of them at play. The next movie could have, you know what I mean?
And then when the dude, the corrupt cop or whatever, was like, fuck that orc. Like, my great grandfather killed like 5,000 of them in Russia. Talking about the war and all this other stuff. So I was like, okay, this is a good backstory. Like they're trying to plant little seeds or give you little information every now and again. Yeah. Just very subtle ways that seem like that's what they care.
But the only way they could do that is by starting it in the middle. If you start at the beginning of that world, like that world being built, like right after the fight,
you're going to have to see. It's like
you're gonna have to do
because I feel like they started that at the peak. I like as it was rising to the peak, and then it was gonna go down. That's where they started at the peak of it. So everything was just intense. Like it's weird because that movie is like it's funny and then it's intense at the same time. Yeah. It's almost like it's like Bad Boys 2 where it's funny but it's intense. It's like Observe Report or whatever, the one with that nigga from Southpaw. You know the nigga from Southpaw? Yeah, nigga from Brokeback Mountain.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that actor. It has him and then the other Mexican dude from I forgot the other movie's called. But it feels like that mixed in with like a comedy almost. So it's like it's pulling on loud, it's pulling on funny and then serious strings, and it's a good combination. I like it. Mm-hmm. The movie's really good, and I'm really salty that people hate it, or at least the critics hated on it.
People love that movie.
I don't get I don't know why the critics hated on it.
I told you, bro. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like they're just
an absolute mess. Like okay,
what about it? What about it is an absolute mess?
Bills, I think, built itself as a part buddy cop movie, part lavish fantasy, does neither justice, resulting in lazy nonsense that's too silly to be good to do self-serious to be fun, or to do any self-serious to be fun. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. They didn't like all the different elements in it. Coming in just under the wire of consideration as the worst movie of the year. This big budget Netflix original is a mess of apocalyptic proportions, a black hole. See, like, you're not giving me any.
You're not saying anything.
You can't just talk shit and like. I mean, you can just talk shit. It's a free country, but like, talk shit, and then, but give me like information, like why.
Like why?
This person at least says like, you know, this it builds itself to be a buddy cop movie, but it also wants to be like a lavish fantasy, which does neither. Trust. Okay, you can we can at least have a conversation with that. Just saying a negative sentence like that without any like criticism, it's just.
Or to say something like, what did he say?
Who?
Okay, to say something like where is it? This big budget Netflix original is a mess and is for pretension to be the worst movie of the year or whatever.
Yeah, it's like what? Okay, what's the mess about it?
You wrote that review after you saw someone else's review about it.
You have like.
That's the problem.
What's a mess about it? Like, okay, if it's a mess, at least say this. You could say this right here. The bills itself up to be party, right? You could say that and then be like, it's a mess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. You have all these different formulas.
You preface your opinion with something.
But it's like, you don't have. If you had told me that one day we'd get an R-rated buddy cop movie with centaur police or gangbangers and socialite elves and dragons flying under the LA moon, I would never believe it. Like, okay. So she didn't like the style of it, okay? That's fine.
No, see, she has a tomato, which means that's a good.
Oh, that's good. Oh, A-. Oh, shit. Okay. D+, 1.5. It's kind of a film that sets up a compelling sandbox in which to play and then smashes gracefully through it, crackling all the while. What does that mean? If the point of the film is to somehow succeed where others have failed in the past at making Will Smith unlikable in their character portrayal, it almost gets there.
It does get
there. It
doesn't.
At least for me.
I hated Will Smith in this movie.
I fucked with Will. I liked Will Smith, but at the same time, I know what they were doing, and I don't. There's times where if it was him and Jacoby, I was like, please don't fuck up Jacoby. Like, I like him more than you know. Mm-hmm. But I still liked his character. Like, I like both those characters. I just like Jacoby because he was just that person that was like, no matter what you did to him, like, you could fucking slap him, kill his parents, he would still try to protect you. You know, he was, and like, he had no reason to. You know, he was a fucking orc.
He was noble.
So it was like, that's what I like. He was very relatable and very just. He's a good dude. Like, he was the hero of the story. You know.